a show of hands from the people who want me to shit myself? Okay. Welcome to Who Said That? 5 comedians armed with all we've got left at the moment. An entire sachet of laxatives still to take, a direct route to the toilet, a colonoscopy appointment tomorrow morning. Oh, and the knowledge of each other's terrible, terrible brains. Dialing in today are Lyons, Nathan Caton, Runi Talwar, and the person I trust most not to judge me for my bum-based shenanigans, Lou Conran. Hi, Lou.
Hello, love. Are you all right?
Do you know what? I'm fine. I have a colonoscopy in the morning after this record, and I have been pissing out of my arse all day.
Oh, lovely. I love that feeling. Have you got Sudocrem for your ring?
Do you know what? I've had a few colonoscopies in my life. It's just sort of...
Of course you have. Of course you have.
Every 2 years.
Yes.
I've never really had the sort of the bum sting from it, really.
Oh, you're a professional.
I was going to say you should use some coconut oil. I had that for my colonoscopy, and it really just sort of made everything a lot more sort of seamless.
But seamless is a word, isn't it?
I'm new in this country. Is this something you guys do? Like you? Just
Oh yeah, you have to have one. Yeah, you definitely have to have one. Next week, I reckon yours is. Yeah.
You get it with a jab. Comes with a jab.
Oh, it comes with the jab. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That explains it. They had some weird graphics in the NHS text I got. Explains a lot.
Yeah, no, it's the citizenship test. Yeah, you have to...
The citizenship test.
Oh, well
Yay.
well played. I mean, straight away, 1 point to Lou Conran.
Thank you.
First, yep, quite happy with that. Nath, have you ever had a colonoscopy?
No, and I don't plan to, so thank you. No, never had it, mate. Never had it. I'm a very private person, so...
It's really cool though. You can see it on the screen, so you can see the camera. I had one coming up and I had one going down at the same time.
What?
So I got to see both on the screen. It was
Did they meet in the middle?
No, oh my God, that would be the dream. It was like a really fun human centipede.
Did you do that maths question? If one camera's traveling at this speed, the other camera's at this speed, when will they meet?
Yeah.
Did you imagine yourself as the English Channel and they were the two ends of the Channel Tunnel?
Such a poetic way to think of it. All I could
What were
think
they
of
looking for? That was like it could be in your butt or it could be in your heart, like in your throat. We don't know what the issue is with your body. It's one of those two locations.
It's where she keeps her love.
Hey.
They're like, we need to do double the medical test for this one.
Lou Conran, I don't know why, but I imagine you've had one.
No, excuse me. I haven't had a colonoscopy. I've had several colonic irrigations. So I've not had a camera up there, but I've had a tube up there squirting the shit out of my ring. And I've paid for that. Nathan looks horrified.
Well, this one punch takes a bit bitter.
A bit gritty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really want you to shit yourself while we're doing this. And you've got a white curtain by the side of you, so this is going to be, oh, please shit yourself.
Just from a show of hands from the people who want me to shit myself. Okay, well, thank you very much for that. Thank you for all of that support. Thank you very much, my friends, colleagues, and peers. So, we're going to begin. Elf is the only person that hasn't played before, and Elf has chosen. Genuinely, I love the fact that you've had a colonoscopy. You're the only one, like apart from me, this is your first time playing,
Yeah.
and you're the only one that shares my joy.
Yeah, I love a colonoscopy and I've had so many enemas. Like, honestly, this is just my dream opening for a conversation.
It feels like this could be, we finally found the Who Said That spin-off the world has been waiting for.
Who smelled that?
So Elf, everyone else has played, but it's really quite straightforward. Each contestant takes it in turn to ask a question. The answer texted directly to me and only me. I will read them out, and the questioner will receive points for every answer they pair with an answerer. And what's great about this, you're the only person to not have played. You're the first person to go. So, Elf Lyons, what is your question, please?
So, if you were a ghost and you got to haunt somewhere, who and where would you haunt?
Are you a believer, Elf?
I am such a believer in ghosts, but I'm a big horror nut. I love the idea that there's like a friendly little poltergeist just sort of annoying people by like turning Radio 4 on at annoying hours and just stirring shit up, just putting the heating on too loud. Too loud? Too hot?
If it was Radio 4.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just sort of irritating. Like low-level Tory poltergeist. Just dreaming.
And have you seen one? Have you... you're a believer, but do you think...
I have seen one. This is genuine. So I used to live in Brixton and I went down and I lived in the same block of flats, and there was an old lady and she was going down to the basement flat, and I was like, oh hey, how are you, because I hadn't seen her in a while, and I was like, if you need me to help carrying your bags, just let me know. And she was like, that's really kind, thank you. And we just chatted for like really not that long, and then I popped over to Dietto's, which is this place across the road, to get food, and I was chatting to Luigi, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, the lady across the road, and he went, oh yeah, it was such a shame. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, she died 2 weeks ago. That was when the hearse, like, and I was like, no, you're joking. I was like, no. He's like, no, her family have moved in. She's not living there anymore. And I was like, I've literally spoken to her. And he was like, are you sure it's the same woman? And I described her, and he was like, no, that is the same woman. I can't believe it. I completely forgot about that. I have seen a ghost.
I have got some. I'm not asking Lou. Lou obviously believes in ghosts.
Yeah, you know I do. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Although, based on your new podcast, you definitely believe in spirits.
Hey!
Oh.
I get the spit or swallow reference in there early for you, buddy.
Thanks, mate. You're definitely off your game. You are very shortly going to shit yourself. I can see it. You've got a shiny forehead. That man's sweating. He's going to poo soon.
Okay, here we go. Elf, I have 3 answers for you. Here we go.
Yeah.
Answer number 1. I would haunt my other half in our house while they're watching movies by asking pointless, needless, tedious questions every 2 minutes, to the point where they'd miss the storyline of the movie and have to watch it all over again. I then ask the same pointless, needless, tedious questions all over again, and the vicious cycle would commence. This way, my other half would experience what I did while I was alive. Prick. That's answer number 1. Answer number 2. I would haunt the haunted house attraction at Alton Towers, but I would only ever haunt one person per group, so it seems crazy to their friends that they're this scared. Answer number 3. I would haunt my next door neighbour's cat. Whenever it tried to poo in my beddings, I'd jump out at it and I'd rise up like a satanic demon and possess its shit. I'd follow it everywhere as a shit. I'd also wait for it just behind the cat flap, so when it poked its mangy head through, I'd spray it with its own shit. Everywhere it went, I would go. I'd even lay in wait in the litter tray. Not only the longest answers we've ever had, the most shit-based answer we've ever had on this special episode.
Timely. Very timely.
By Anison.
Let's remind Mark of more of his shitting problems.
Elf?
I feel like the first one might have been Runi, because I feel like, Runi, you have the sort of specificity in your nature to write an incredibly long, detailed message. I also felt like as it was being read out, you really seemed to understand the content of the message. And at the same time, Lou was listening to indicate that's a brilliant idea. So I think the first one would be Runi. I think perhaps the second one would definitely be Nathan, because I just think that just sounds like the type of thing Nathan would do. And I think it's the sign of a legend, because who doesn't want to be that guy who ruins everyone's trip to Alton Towers with a haunted ghost? And I think Lou's absolute on point points about the shit and all the scatological humour, I think manifests perfectly in the imagery of haunting a cat. So that is my truth. That is how I believe to have interpreted those messages. And if I have got it wrong, I will never forgive myself.
Okay, well, prepare to never forgive yourself because you got one right. You got Lou and the cat right. You swapped Rooney and Nathan over. They were all brilliant answers. What I would say is Nathan needs. I'm amazed because I think other people might have spotted that I saw. Nathan's was the longest answer, and Nathan, while we were chatting, had his phone like that for such a fucking long time.
The entire time it was like.
Sorry, my bad.
But you know what? I thought that was.
You'll never find out.
I thought that your one was the third one for that reason, because you were typing for so long, and then the shit thing just kept going and going, and I'm like, oh, this has to be Nathan then. That was like a weird, like, perfect move.
See, I just assumed due to all the decorations in Nathan's like bedroom that he was clearly living with his parents. So I just thought he had to be number 2.
I'd say number 2.
I chose on purpose, thank you.
You've done a great job.
I'll take that legend that you had for him. I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely, because it is a brilliant Alton Towers, brilliant.
Never been. Just know the reference.
Nice.
You're playing with a pro, guys. You're playing with a pro.
God, there's so many places in the UK you're going to go and be disappointed by when lockdown.
Oh, I can't wait.
Elf Lions, you get 1 point at the end of that round. Oh, I get to give out a point as well, but I've already given my point to Lou Conran. So
I thought I'd get half a point for having an enema. I was really hoping I'd get my little enema, but oh well.
Now was it worth it, Elson? Without even a half point.
I know, yeah, that was a costly enema. No, sorry, Elf. 1 point to Elf Lions, 1 point to Lou Conran, 0 points to Nathan Caton and Runi Talwar. But Rudy, it is your question now, please.
If you were in a soap opera, what would be your big, shocking revelation to your family?
Rooney, you are a Kiwi, but you've lived in Australia.
I did. I lived in Australia for a while, and now I moved here right before lockdown. Perfect timing.
How many people in Australia realise that Erinsborough is an anagram of neighbours?
Well, I didn't know, so I assume none of them know.
Yeah, I thought that was just a thing that everyone knew.
Also, sorry, what's Erinsborough? Is it just another place?
What?
Or is it I never watched Neighbours.
Or Home and Away?
No, really. We would watch your stuff. You guys watch our stuff. We watch lots of Emmerdale. Lots of.
Hold on. So are you telling me you've got a greater knowledge of Emmerdale than you have of Neighbours?
No, I've got zero knowledge of both Emmerdale and Neighbours. I'm just saying I've seen an episode of Emmerdale. I genuinely didn't know that Neighbours. Wait, so there's a suburb called Erinsborough.
Yeah, and it's that's exciting.
I gotta watch these shows. This sounds like it's well-written stuff.
Runi Talwar. 3 answers. Answer number 1. So this is, if you were in a soap opera, what would your shocking big revelation be to your family? I'm worried Lou Conran's drifted off. Are you there?
No. Do you know what it is? I'm staring at the table so that I don't give anything away because
I see. Gameplay.
Yeah.
Neighbours chat done. I'm out.
Right, okay, here we go. Answer number 1, that I boned all my mum's book club, ate all my sister's guinea pigs, fucked my dad's best friend Colin, and that I also killed the local driving instructor, Pervy Dennis. Answer number 2. I couldn't hold it in. I've just shit myself. Answer number 3. I would reveal to my beef farming family that I was vegan and dairy intolerant, and I could no longer condone the culling of cows. I take all of their leather shoes and sofas, and I'd burn them in a field to signal my disgust.
Okay. Well, second one's obviously you, Oliver, so we'll let you get along. Clean yourself up. We'll come back.
Not me. Someone who's playing games with you.
Well, this is tough because now I don't know anybody well enough to know how you would play this game. So it's just like, okay. I think the last one is Nathan because I think it's a good double bluff. Nathan, are you vegan? Well, you're not allowed to answer that. I think it's a double bluff, unless it's a triple bluff, in which case I'm bluffed. The first one, I think, was with all the fucking and the shitting and no, what was the first one again? It was
yes, the first one was. I'll read it again for you.
So one was boning, one was shitting, right?
That I boned on my mum's book club, ate my sister's guinea pig, fucked my dad's best friend Conran, also killed the local driving instructor Pervy Dennis.
Okay, so I mean that could be a whole soap opera. I think maybe I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say that one is Lou, because I feel like that requires someone to drop their head and not give away that they wrote it.
Nice, like your reasoning.
And I think that then leaves number two. I do shit myself to Elf. Those are my final answers. I'll lock that in.
Okay, what I would have done if I were you is not rushed into locking it in because you got none right.
Yay! I love the fact that people automatically assume I'm the fucking one. I'm not. I mean,
I'm trying to tell you something, Luke.
oh, well, you're probably right.
Oh, ghosts. Luke Conran believes in ghosts. I'm going to shit myself. Luke Conran will be interested in that. Dennis, Luke Conran will like that. Rooney, you got no points. You got Elf was the long and complicated killing guinea pigs, Pervy Dennis. Lou Conran spelt.
I did. I realised that. Yep.
So Lou was the beef vegan, and Nathan, I think, was channeling me.
I thought if I say shit, it might happen.
Oh, nice. This is a different game. Nathan's not playing with who says that. He's saying, let's try make Mark shit himself.
Anyway, no one is. I feel all right at the moment. Runi Talwar, zero points. I am, however, giving a bonus point, and I'm going to give it to Elf Lyons because I knew she'd be the one that would genuinely appreciate it, but also, like, you wrote an entire screenplay then. Like, there was an arc for a soap opera.
I don't know why none of my ideas aren't getting commissioned by the BBC.
You're pitching to the wrong channels. You gotta not pitch to the BBC. You gotta find like a soap opera show. Find the people who do Neighbours. I don't know who that is.
Got to call Channel 5 and be like, look.
Call Channel 5, yes.
Let's do this. Get my mum's book club in and let's ruin
So
their
genuinely, did you know a Pervy Dennis?
Oh, I've met many a Pervy Dennis.
Haven't we all?
Haven't we all? And my dad's best friend, Colin. Dear friend.
Oh.
Okay, so that means at the end of round 2, Luke Conran has 1 point, Elf Lyons has 2 points, Nathan Rooney still to score. And we now come to question number 3, Luke Conran. And just before Lou's question, I just want to tell you all that Lou was having a go at us for thinking that Lou's base level was very base and to the point. So, Lou, after accusing us of accusing you of being base, your question, please, Lou.
Can I just say, in my defence, I offered a couple of questions, one in which involved pie. Not to eat it, but the mathematical pie. That was rejected. That was rejected for this question, which is, musk, as in perfume, used to come from a sack in the front of a deer's penis. What do you have in your sack, and what would you use it for?
Good question. Well, everyone is texting me their answers.
Yep.
Firstly, how are you?
I'm good. I've tried whiskey for the first time tonight, and I didn't know whether I would like it, but it turns out I can drink anything.
And secondly, how did you find out that musk for perfume came from a sack in front of a deer's penis?
Well, do you know what? Because back in the day when I was at college, everybody used to either buy Dewberry perfume from the Body Shop or white musk from the Body Shop. And at the time, I remember all the vegetarians and vegans going, oh, that's disgusting, because they shouldn't do that because musk is spunk. So, of course, I went then from Dewberry to wearing white mask. Yeah. See, educational mark. I might be.
How did they like? Who rubbed Adia's like ball sack on themselves to discover that mark?
Runi, you've not met me before. I have rubbed several sweaty sacks around my neck in the past, and I have to say, all of which have their own particular odour. And I'm not surprised that somebody found that out. Maybe a dewdrop from a deer's ball in the meadows back in the medieval times. You just don't know. Perfume comes from all sorts. Have you seen the film Perfume? A man tries to recreate the smell of a lady's skin by killing people. Somebody rubbed a bollock and they liked it. Don't judge them for that.
No, neither of those people are worthy of your judging, I think.
Lou Conran,
Yep.
3 answers for you.
Yep.
Answer number 1. Oh, look, she's got a pen as well.
I have. And it's got a light on the end. Look.
Oh, detective.
That's literally making me think about tomorrow as well. Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. It's brown on the end as well. Go on, carry on.
Answer number 1. Just call me motherfucking Mary Poppins. End of subjects. Answer number 2. Jelly babies. I would use them to throw at strangers on the sidewalk who need a smile. Answer number 3. My sack contains the same chemical they use to give chocolate milk its colour, which I would try and market as a bronzer.
God damn. Okay.
Happy with those?
No, not really. I expected more, but it's fine. It's
Oh, you
fine.
expected more from your dear penis question.
Yes, I was. Yes, quite frankly. But we live in hard times. So the first one was Mary Poppins' bag, was it? Now, I wrote initially Nathan for that.
Okay.
I was waiting for a reaction.
From who? From me or Nathan?
From Nathan.
Okay. Poker face.
Yeah.
No, I just tell my name and I went, no.
Okay, that's definitely Nathan then. So that's no, it's not, is it? It's but then the second one, which is the jelly babies.
Jelly babies.
See, I watched Rooney's face and the corner of his mouth went up like that, as if to say, that's funny.
Hold on. Can you smell toast, Rudy?
Yeah, I was like
Oh, is that a stroke sign, is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's fine.
I am having a stroke, but my nose is blocked, so.
So then I thought, is he laughing at his own thing or is that Elf? So I went for Elf because she's nice and talks about jelly babies, but then she did talk about fucking her dad's best mate. So and then Rooney for the last one, but now I figure I've got that wrong. But I'll go with that for now.
Hold on. you do have to commit.
Oh, I've never committed in my life.
You went Nathan for Mary Poppins. You went Elf for Jelly Babies. You went Rooney for My Sack Contains the Same Chemical they use to give chocolate milk its colour, which I would try.
Just because I'm brown. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah. I'll commit to it. There you go.
Luke Conran.
Yeah, all wrong.
This is what commitment does to you, mate.
Yeah.
Gets you 3 out of 3.
Fuck off!
Oh,
Come on, well done.
So annoying. I put sidewalk in mine in the hopes that didn't sound British. Like it sounded like we just say pavement. So I thought I would throw. You'd think maybe it's Rooney. And fuck it, man. I'm so angry.
yeah, that's why I said Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
You're never going to think I'm Mary Poppins.
I threw out a brown thing because I was like, this could be too awkward. She's definitely not going to say me. So, no. Powered through.
I did power through. I went for the brown one because you're a brown man. There
Thank
we go.
you.
There we are.
And there's the trailer.
That's the trailer right there. Luke Conran,
Yeah.
good news, mate.
Yeah.
You got 3 out of 3. You
Thank
get
you.
to give a bonus point yourself. So you get to dish it out. So who do you want to give your bonus point to?
Well, now I've got to say Rooney, because if I don't, then that makes me racist, doesn't it? Oh.
I mean, I'll take it, but I've never seen someone give a point so painfully.
The reparations.
So with so much regret. Honestly, this makes up for the Raj, guys. Truly.
Well, there you go. Runi Talwar gets a point, so Lou feels she's not going to be cancelled, and Runi is quite happy with that. So
always play the race card, guys, whenever you can.
Okay, well, I mean, it's really interesting you should say that, because at the moment Nathan is the only one with no points. Runi has 1 point. Alf has 2 points. And I think all of us absolutely gobsmacked. Lou Conran in the lead with 4 points.
Why are you gobsmacked by that? Why are you gobsmacked? Thank you.
Because you recorded an episode of your own alcohol-based podcast just before this.
Yeah, I did.
And you've been drinking whiskey and beer.
Yeah. And do you know what? I realised that whiskey is the future. It's made me lucid. It's made me flowing. I feel the best I've felt in the whole of lockdown. Boom! Yeah.
You're about to feel way worse tomorrow.
I am. Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Nathan Caton.
Yo.
Are you ready, buddy?
Yeah, man, let's do this.
Okay, here we go. Your question, please.
My question. The current royal family have been voted out. Who or what do you replace them with?
What would you go for, Nathan? Real or fictional?
I would go for someone like Anton Deck. Because everyone likes him. No one dislikes Anton Deck. Do they?
What would it be like if you were the royal family? I'd be happy with you as the royal family.
Have you met my family, bruv?
No, okay, good point. Yeah, you. but you'd be King Nathan.
No, it wouldn't last, mate. I'll be the most biggest pussy king ever. Been bossed around by my mum and grandma. No.
That's pretty. Our next king as well, you know. He's just been bossed around by his mum and grandma this whole life.
Yeah.
No, the one who's bossed around.
Pussy King Nathan.
When you say was the original working title of Tiger King.
Nice.
Thank you.
When you say Anton Deck, do you mean? When you say Anton Deck, do you mean like their extended families as well? Like they all become royal. Those two.
Just those two. It can be the king and king, or if they want to make king and queen or whatever, it's up to them.
Nathan, I have 3 answers for you.
All right.
The royal family, who or what should replace them? Answer number 1, I would replace them all with... I would replace them with all the actors who worked the rides at the London Dungeons horror experience, as I think those guys worked really hard and could do with a break. Also, the dungeon relies too much on the actors and needs to focus on the quality of the exhibit.
Thank you, TripAdvisor.
2, Lego. That would be more impressive and more of a tourist attraction and just as expensive. Answer number 3. Replace them with a family of swans that exclusively eats humans.
Fucking hell. Bloody hell.
They're not my answers, mate. They're your answers.
I mean, I tried to pick a fun question, but you guys made it dark quick. Okay, so the London Dungeons, I'm going to go straight in. London Dungeon, I'm going to go elf.
Is that because she laughed at her own joke?
Yeah. Much needed. Okay, what was the other 2? Swans and...
Elf was there. So you're going, Elf, I can't possibly say. You're going that Elf was London Dungeons. The next one was Lego.
Yeah.
And the last one was Swans.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's good. Okay. Lego because it's too expensive and swans that eat humans.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so I'm going to go... Swans, Rooney, Lego, Lou.
Oh, Lego Lou. That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the other way.
Go on. Have you changed your mind?
Yeah. Okay. No. Fuck it. I'm gonna commit. Fuck it. Stick with it. No, I'll go for it.
Are you staying with Elf and the London Dungeon?
Yeah.
And are you staying with Lou and the Swans?
Yes.
And Rooney and the Lego?
Yeah.
Because that's not what you said. I was playing with you.
What did I say? I know I said elf. I know I said elf for the Dungeons. I know that. Okay.
Yes.
Can I be honest? I don't think I know what one I did anymore. Like, I'm so confused.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go Swans, Rooney, Lego Luke. That sounds nice.
3 out of 3, Nathan Caton. 3 out of 3.
Look.
I was absolutely playing with you.
Oh, you almost had him. You had him.
I almost did, didn't I?
You did have him. You did have him. And then you gave it away. You said,
I know, because
that's not what I said.
I felt guilty. I felt a bit guilty.
Mate, listen, I told you I'm a pussy. I'm easily led. Don't do that to me, man.
Elf totally lost her poker face there.
No, it's just because I realised how nerdy mine sounded. Because originally I was just going to be like, go for lizards just to like completely screw over David Icke supporters. But then I was thinking about the last time I went to the London Dungeons and those poor guys, and they just work tirelessly day in and out. And then you go around and so much of that museum is factually inaccurate. And I just think, take them out of the dungeons, give them some space to roam, like free the performers. And then I just wanted to clarify that I don't think the London Dungeons is good enough for how much it charges. And then as I wrote this, I realised I don't see enough people. So that was when I had a breakdown.
But it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. It worked. It gave Nathan the points. Very nice. Well done, Nathan. You get to give a bonus point as well. Who would you like to give your bonus point to?
I mean, just for the fact that you virtually gave me the point, though, I'll give it back to you. I'm a nice guy.
So there you go. So Elf Lyons gets a point there. As we go into the final round now. So at the moment, Rooney has 1 point. Elf and Nathan have 3 points. And Lou Conran has 4 points.
Get in.
This is my question. Which act would you like to compose the soundtrack of your life? You can think of this as the film of your life, and that's the soundtrack. Or if you wish, you're just walking around, living your day-to-day, and that's the sound that you hear. So which act would you like to compose the soundtrack of your life?
Never spent so long just typing out share.
What a easily seen through ploy that was.
Lou Conran, do you have any answers, please?
I do, yes.
You have all the answers, please.
Yes.
Including your own?
Ah. Yes, I do.
28 of these, right? Oh,
Are you ready, Mark Olver?
Sometimes you have to be patronising to make sure that everything is good. Sorry.
Would you like to ask your question again, Mark?
Thank you, Lou. Oh, someone's become a podcast host.
Someone's got booze rouge and is a little bit pissed. Someone won't remember this tomorrow.
Booze rouge.
Yes.
I like that. Okay.
Thank you.
Which act would you like to compose the soundtrack of your life? 4 answers, please.
The first answer in, Mark. Black lace. I would totally be pushing pineapples and shaking trees, but I'd like them to compose fruit-based medleys in my name. Answer number 2. The same person that did the opening theme tune to Emmerdale. Answer number 3. Goblin, the Italian progressive rock band who frequently collaborated with Dario Argento, and created the soundtrack to the cult classic Suspiria. Well, that's not my answer. If they're not available, share. And the final answer, Vanilla Ice.
Okay. So I went on a journey then. We're going Goblin, the progressive rock band. I'm going Elf Lyons. And if I'm totally honest with you, if I ever have to set up some sort of secret service of spies, Elf will be the last person on my list.
I was actually told by someone who works for MI5 that I would never be selected anyway because they rarely select redheads, and I'm too tall.
What?
Well,
Spies.
adds to that, you're a shit fucking liar.
No, I'm not. I'm Emmerdale.
Okay. Definitely, I'm still going in.
Good.
Elf Lyons with Goblin, Vanilla Ice. Just because I know Nathan likes his hip hop, and he's told me many, many occasions that Vanilla Ice is his favorite rapper of all time. Nathan loves Vanilla. I had a conversation with Nathan where he was like, "Yeah, you could take your Jay-Z and others. Vanilla Ice is the best one." Nathan,
Mate,
Nathan loves Vanilla Ice. Nathan loves Vanilla Ice.
Right.
So,
I'm tweeting that.
Emmerdale is Runi because he did a big eye double bluff thing, but I think it was him. And the other one, Black Lace, you, Lou Conran. 4 out of 4. Thank you very much.
Or is it? I haven't told you about my passion for Vanilla Ice, have I, Mark?
No, you haven't.
And have I ever told you that I was in an episode of Emmerdale?
No. Oh, this is exciting. This is like the usual suspects.
Yes.
You've got the board behind you.
Oh, yes. And did I deliberately fuck up the names of Dario Argento? Did I?
Yes.
Or did I not?
No, you didn't. You didn't deliberately. Yeah, that was you actually fucked them up.
You're absolutely correct there, Mark. It's 4 out of 4.
I really thought my like triple bluff, I was operating on another level. I thought for sure that was right.
I think that's my first 4 for 4. I need to have a colonoscopy more often.
Maybe not, though, mate. Maybe not.
Guys, can I say, me like a Vanilla Ice just stays within us, yeah?
Well, today was pretty real, like. Fair enough.
What was that, Nate?
The Vanilla Ice, just keep that shit between us. I don't need. I've got people who know me. They don't need to know that shit. Okay.
Mark
need to get back to ice.
Yeah, Mark can't keep that shit between us because he's going to give his to the hospital tomorrow. So, yeah, really still proceeding with that, Mark.
Nathan, look at me. When you're talking about Vanilla Ice, what I just want you to do, mate, all right, because this is a team game, I just want you to stop, collaborate.
I can't get out of here.
And listen. Okay. That is, yeah, no one fooled me. But so that just means that Runi Talwar has 1 point. Elf Lyons and Nathan Caton have 3 points each, but no, don't celebrate that. You didn't win. And the winner of this episode, I need to have a colonoscopy more often. She needs to drink whiskey more often, is the magnificent Lou Conran. Well played.
Thank you. Never won anything in my life. Thank you.
Elf Lyons, thank you very much for playing your first time. I hope you enjoyed. Runi Talwar, thank you very much. Nathan Caton, thank you very much. But the winner of this week's episode, this special episode of Who Said That, is the fantastic Lou Conran. Well done, Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.